This session will show you how to accomplish a non-cash payoff in TURBO-Lease. This is often used in a bad debt or restructure lease situation. The TURBO-Lease demonstration version is open and we have a sample lease selected. To begin, we need to determine the last full payment period that was made. To do this, we can click on the Payments Due tab, and you will see in this lease example that the last full payment was made on June 30th, 2017. This becomes the effective date of the payoff. To accomplish the payoff, you'll click the Edit Lease tab, click the Payoff button, set the effective date or payoff date, in this example, to June 30. And we will show the payoff. When the payoff calculation displays, this represents the portion that you will be writing off or restructuring into a new deal. You'll click the Entries button. The initial screen displays a cash entry. We are doing a non-cash payoff or restructure. You will click the Show Non-Cash Entries button at the bottom. This will change the cash entries to journal entries. I would recommend that you print this entries screen or take a screenshot of it, as you'll be making these entries into a folder. To do that, you'll click the Payments button on the left, open up an existing folder or create a new one. Then you'll make the entries from the sheet. The first entry is a J-type entry. We will label it Receivable. We're going to date it the effective date of the payoff. Now be aware that if this date is in a past accounting period, you may have to still run the payoff dated, in this example, 6/30, but make the entries in the current period or dated in the current period. So we'll set this to 6/30/2017. The reference is a 14. The amount is a negative as shown on the sheet. And we'll save that entry. The next journal entry is the income adjustment. The date remains the same. The reference is an 18. The amount is positive. We'll save that entry. The final entry represents the principal or the write-off portion. This is also a J-type entry. Many users would note here write-off or restructure. The date stays the same. The reference is a 14. The amount is a negative from your sheet. And we save that entry. The final step is to go back and edit the lease and change the accrual end date to the effective date of the payoff. We want to specify the stop option. At this point, you will save the lease. To check your work, you will rerun the payoff for the same effective date using the same methods, and it should display as 0. If it does not, then you've made a mistake in making your entries on the payoff. This concludes how to enter in a non-cash payoff into TURBO-Lease in the event of a bad debt write-off or a restructure.